But we start with the latest transfer news and an update on Manchester United.
But, Michael, let's bring you in. What about Mbeumo and coming in? Where are we on that now?
Well, we've said for the last 7 days we think it's close. Now that we expect United to go in with an improved offer, the discussions continue. That he's got 2 years left on his deal. The feeling is that they're not too far away. Brentford want at least £65 million, with most of it, if not all, guaranteed. Now, we heard from Phil Giles on Monday when he said that Mbeumo would be happy to stay if a deal cannot be agreed, which I found very, very interesting, because if you flip it round, we know he's been linked with other clubs, Tottenham, for example, and we're told that Mbeumo only wants to join Manchester United, but it doesn't sound like they're too far off. What it says to me, though, listening to all these players Dharmesh has mentioned, I'd say 4 out of that 5, how much of a say will that have on Ruben Amorim's incomings? Because it's not just the fees, it's the wages.
Long transfer time. Dharmesh and Michael are with me. Dharms, let's start at Manchester United. Tell us about this exodus.
Yeah, this is quite big news, actually. All of these players that you can see behind us, Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, Alejandro Garnacho, Anthony, Tyrell Malacia, have all informed, we understand, Manchester United that they want to leave the club. Now, as a result, Manchester United have actually delayed their return date to pre-season. The rest of the squad are expected back on Monday, on Monday, July the 7th, to return to pre-season. But all 5 of these players have been granted a delay so that they can try and sort out a solution for their future. If their futures are not resolved in that period, then they will return to Carrington, to the Manchester United training ground. Not necessarily, it should be said, to reintegrate themselves into the first team squad, though we can't rule that out, but it is to use the facilities and use the medical facilities and any remote facilities that they have that all the squad would be able to enjoy anyway. But as it stands, those 5 players, Rashford, Sancho, Garnacho, Anthony, Malacia, have all made it clear to Manchester United of their wish and their desire to leave Old Trafford.
And the interesting one as well, you know when your futures might be not at the club you're at, is when your number is taken away.